Welcome to an episode of Man Cave Movie Night. You may be watching this week. Hopefully you are watching because watching is good.
Wow.
To do.
Wow.
Scientists say watching and listening doubles your comprehension. So if you ever wanted to double your comprehension of our podcast, now you get to watch it. So part of why you get to watch it as well, I don't know if you can see this beautiful little thing on my chest,
Whoa.
but that's a logo for this. I hope this is some nice ASMR for you guys who are not watching. But it is the logo for Man Cave Movie Night podcast, which is what you're currently listening to, on a t-shirt.
What?
Isn't that so fun and good?
Whoa.
Is that even allowed?
It is allowed. Not only is it allowed, but it's freaking awesome. Now, Jared and I will receive one soon as well. But since I was given all three of them and we don't live super close to each other, I am the only one who has them right as of this moment. However, we just wanted to do a huge shout out to Sick Prints, who are the company who printed these. You could even say that they're our first actual real life sponsor.
Oh,
So let's just give it up for
that's
Sick
actually
Prints,
true.
everyone.
Thank you, Sick
Yes.
Prince.
Thank you.
And that
so
is
much.
spelled SIC Prints. You can follow them on Instagram. They're just barely getting started. It's located in Orem, Utah, but they also do shipping. So if you ever have any t-shirt printing needs, be sure to hit them up. Sick Prints, they will also have a website up and running soon. That's SICPRINTS.com. Soon to come in March. But their Instagram is up and going. Same spelling, SIC_Prints on Instagram. Give them a follow. Give them a shout out. We love them. And now we will get into the episode, but we're still going to do a little game, a little bit of a fun. We got a
look
bit
at
of
you. You
an
got
ad,
two
we got a bit
things
of a
to do.
sponsor, but then we got
But
a
you
little
said
bit of a funny, fun
you said they
little
do
fun
shipping.
thing. They do shipping. I don't know that many
It's weird
details
that you have
because-
ours but we don't have ours. So
Yeah, so I don't do shipping.
Oh,
They do.
okay.
So like, yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the key
okay, that
difference.
makes sense.
Okay.
So we're gonna
Fine.
play a little game because we're talking about actors, right? Everyone loves a good actor.
I do love a good actor.
I do.
Let's just all
one
name
good
an actor. Tom
Tommy
Hardy.
Lee Jones.
Ryan
Both.
Seacrest.
We both
Boom.
went for Tom's.
We went for Tom's and classic Ryan Gosling lover.
I
Yeah,
said
No, he said Ryan
different Ryan.
Seacrest.
But he went for a different. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
He's
Ryan
in the
was the
Ryan
first that
world.
popped in. Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna play a bit of a game. We might mix up some of the questions where basically I will be presenting you either a movie or an actor, and you have to guess either the actor who. This is based on IMDb as well. Let me just
So
do
you're
a
just
better
going to
job
name
at
an
it.
actor and then
Name
we have
an
to
actor
name
and we
the
have
movie that you're
the
thinking
movie.
So this is going to be a movie, and you have to guess which actor had their first IMDb feature film credit from this.
I dig.
And vice versa.
Interesting.
I'll give you an actor and say,
What
what's
was
their
their
first,
first?
their very first movie they were in. So we're
I
gonna
think
start.
I only know one of these in the world, and it's definitely not on this quiz. So
Because
these
most actors' first movies are going to be some low budget or like something
Yeah.
low key that you've never
Right.
heard of.
no one's first
so-
movie was Avengers Endgame.
Hey, you never know.
And that's the
Yeah,
only
that's
movie
true.
I've ever seen.
So
That's
let's.
true, and that's the one actor I like is in that. I won't say
Yeah.
him.
Oh, you won't say who
That's-
the one
that's
actor you
kind.
like is in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt the other actors' feelings.
Yeah.
So the first, we'll go Niall first. We'll
Thank
just
you.
Go back and forth. So we'll do two movies, just their first movies. We'll start with Niall. The movie is Sisters or Hermanas, which is a bit of a hint, and it was
Okay.
released
I
in
already know.
2005.
Ana de Armas.
Nope.
Well, okay.
Jared with a chance to steal.
Yeah. Sofia Vergara.
Nope. It is a man, and his name
Oh,
Is it
is
Pedro?
Pedro Pascal. Yes, it is Pedro.
yeah. That's what
Nice.
I would
Very
have
good.
said
just-
that
Very
too.
With Hermanas, I was like, okay, so it's a girl. There's probably only women.
Oh
in
yeah,
movie.
that was a bit misleading. I apologize for that. That was not.
It's
meant
okay. Just don't do it
to-
again.
Well, that wasn't meant to be like, hey, maybe I was supposed to be throwing you off, but basically, let's get
when
into
you
the next
said
one.
it's called Sisters, that's a hint.
That's a hint. No, I meant
Well, the
Hermanas
Hermanas was
because
the hint,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
Yeah,
picked
yeah,
up
yeah.
on that. But
Yep. All right. So next one is for Jared starting. The year of release is 1990, and the name of the film is Caboria.
Boy,
I'll give you a
boy.
hint. It is an actress. It is a female actor.
Okay, I like that.
Oh,
I'll clarify that from now on. That makes it 50%
19.
easier, hopefully.
Yeah, that eliminates half of the ones I was gonna guess.
Yep.
The 90s actress Scarlett Johansson.
Ooh, no, good guess.
That's a good
Jared,
guess.
or not, sorry, Niall with a
How
chance to
dare
steal.
you?
Sorry.
I am gonna go with Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt is also incorrect. However, she is blonde, and her name is Kate Blanchett.
She was my
90s?
next guess. For
1990.
sure.
I feel like that seems like in my brain, I feel like she was in stuff before 1990.
Yeah. Well, maybe she probably was, but IMDb
Not
didn't
feature
get,
Well,
film,
didn't
it's
catch
on
it.
I don't know.
IMDb, yeah.
IMDb is pretty good
Student.
about staying on top of everything that people have been in, because it's
Yeah.
like kind of the industry standard for a lot of people.
Hmm.
Right.
To keep track of what they've been in or what they worked on. So next one, back to Niall. We're doing an actor, male actor,
Great.
and I'm
I
going to
get the
give you the
boys.
name, and you have to guess what their first movie was, their first credits.
Dude.
So this is going to be way
This is gonna
easier.
be- No, it's gonna be way harder. Are you
This is
kidding?
gonna be
These movies are
worse.
called Hermana and Caboria. I don't know.
All right, we ready?
You don't know Kate Blanchett's
You don't know
Caboria
Caboria?
debut?
You never
No,
seen
Caboria is
Caboria,
my
where she plays
favorite
blonde
movie.
cheerleader?
Dude, this is just obviously the hardest game we've done, like by
We've
far.
done-
This
yes.
is not even.
Okay.
This is not even hard. It's not even comparison about which one is the
Not
hardest.
even
so-
hard.
Oh, okay.
Come on, guys.
Oh.
This isn't even hard.
Not even that hard.
All right.
Are you even a
This-
film major?
The name of the actor is Chris Evans. You have to guess his first credit.
Oh, I actually
Hmm.
I saw this. It's some dumb thing. It's like a school related thing.
It's gotta
It
be,
is.
right?
Yeah. This is crazy that I like the fact that I even kind of know is pretty cool. Well, there's no way it's
He's
this.
gotta be,
You're probably
some
not
sort of
even
jock.
born.
Maybe we should just work together.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that this is it, but the one name that I can't get out of my head is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh man, that's a very interesting guess. That is incorrect,
I
unfortunately.
know, like it's wrong time, I think, like wrong year
Yeah.
and everything, but
it's a
that's what
little
was
bit
in my head and I couldn't get it out.
too old.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know that. All right, Jared,
Um,
with a chance to steal.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like wearing some sort of Letterman jacket
It's
or
gotta be.
something, but just what movie that would be. I also maybe think it could be horror.
Nope.
Mm,
Niall was correct about genre.
school.
And you were talking about the whole
Oh,
Letterman.
school. Okay.
Yeah.
school.
People in
School
horror
genre.
can be in
That's true, that's
school.
true. Well, maybe this
Um,
is a horror movie. I honestly,
well,
I've never seen it.
okay. Well, my guess, I don't know. I was just gonna go some random school one that I haven't seen. That is, I don't know. It's probably too recent. I don't know. Dude, where's my car? Something like that.
So this is a film called from 2000 called The Newcomers.
Okay.
Oh, how did we
Guys,
not know the
classic.
newcomers?
How did you not guess Newcomers?
I
Okay.
Glad we're
know.
putting any sort of like thought into this. 'Cause
Hey,
we're not gonna
these are
get it.
actors
Yeah.
and movies we all know and love. So I'm
Well,
pretty
that
sure
one-
that
That one got me because I know that at some point in the last couple of months on like my Facebook feed, a video came up that was like, see these actors in their first roles. And that was one of them.
Oh.
And so like, I had the image of it in my head. I just couldn't.
Does he
I
wear a
see.
Letterman jacket?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
okay,
good. Of
this
course he does.
actor is for Jared, and I know for a fact you've seen this movie.
And it's actor.
Oh,
It is
no.
actor.
Okay.
The name is Chris Pine.
I know this one. Oh no, I don't know this one. Actually.
Chris Pine's first movie.
First credit movie. Yep. Credited movie, according to IMDb.
Boy.
And
I
it
got
is a
my
movie you've
Chris's
seen. I know that
mixed
for a
up.
fact.
Interesting.
I know Chris Hemsworth's.
I think I know Chris Hemsworth's as well. a Chris Pine.
Yep.
I don't want to put too much thought into this because I feel like I'm just gonna get it wrong. And still I'm putting too much thought into it. I don't know. He's in one
You
where
wanna
he's
win.
like a spy movie against like
It's not a spy movie, I'll tell you that much.
okay. Yeah, I've got no clue.
All right.
I'm gonna say Star Trek.
Star First movie with Star Trek.
I know it's not that, but
The
I
lead
just,
role.
here's the thing: we're on a podcast. People
Yeah.
don't want to listen to me think for
To you ponder.
4
Too long.
minutes just to get it wrong.
Well, they
So I'm
could
gonna
watch
say-
you ponder too.
I'm gonna say actually Star Trek Into Darkness.
He wasn't credited for Star Trek 1.
Yeah.
All right, that is incorrect, unfortunately. Let's see if Niall can steal.
The Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, he played Bowser Jr.
He played Bowser Jr. So the correct
Interesting. I didn't know
answer-
that actually.
Yeah.
Is Princess Diaries 2,
Oh,
a movie
Oh.
we've all seen, correct?
yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chris Pine is in that.
at
That's his
some
first role.
point
That's a
in my-
pretty
Yeah.
big role for his first movie, right?
Yeah,
that
that's
is a
pretty
big
cool.
role. Is he?
I don't. Who
a
is
big part in it?
Um,
Does he play the diary?
he-
no,
Prince?
he plays the male lead, like the male love interest of Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
good for him.
These are
Yeah.
things I didn't know.
Isn't that
What a
neat?
good job. He did.
All right, here we go. Last questions. So this is for Niall, and he's
Niall.
going to guess
All
who
right, Niall.
debuted in this movie. And the movie is Interstellar.
Interstellar. Timothy Chalamet.
That is correct.
Wow.
There we go, baby. There we go.
I'm going to
That's
give
a
you
point on the board
that is a point on the board. Yes.
That
for your boy, who's got two
Surely-
thumbs and 1 point on the board.
surely won it for you.
The
We'll
one
hope
point we
so.
get it. Hey, well, I'm giving you a pretty hopefully easy enough one,
No, rude.
Jared. Well, that was
No.
pretty easy, Niall.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel
but
like-
give him whatever one was next.
well, I don't have him that well laid out.
His was
Oh, okay.
DreamWorks is flushed away.
DreamWorks is flushed away. Yeah. Who debuted in DreamWorks is flushed away.
Dude, that
Okay,
movie
here we go.
rocks.
It's a good one, actually.
All
Big
right.
fan.
And this is the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Who's the actor?
Was that DiCaprio's debut?
Bing, bing, bing. It was
Yeah.
DiCaprio's
Oh my
debut.
gosh.
Now, technically, he did have a small role in Critters 3, but since I wanted to kind of even the playing field a little bit, I threw you both a bone.
So you wanted to even the playing field, so you just lied on one of them?
Well, so Timothy
Sweet. No,
Chalamet's
no, no,
debut
no, no,
also
no.
was not technically Interstellar. He had
Was it a
one
feature
also
in feature film?
in feature film, yeah. But it's the
All right,
the
well,
one
screw
that
you.
people know about, and so whatever.
Well,
I
I
don't-
changed the rules.
neither of us
I'm
have
the
a
king
point.
of this game, and I can turn
Score
the rules
zero,
as I see
zero.
fit.
Hey,
So it
that's
doesn't matter what
still
you
0-0.
say or
Nil,
what
you
nil,
say,
if you
because-
will.
Yeah. So let's just do a tiebreaker round really quick.
All right,
I'm
is
just
this
gonna
like a
name off
buzz-in?
actors, and you just have to guess their first film. Robert Downey
Okay.
Jr.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yep, correct. Tom Hardy.
That's also what's eating Gilbert Grape.
Yep, correct. Michael Fassbender.
X-Men.
Yep,
Assassin's
correct.
Creed. Oh,
James McAvoy.
Assassin's Creed.
Also, what's
Anthony
eating Gilbert
Mackie.
Grape?
Anthony Mackie.
8 Mile.
8 Mile. Correct.
That
Eminem.
actually, I don't know.
8 Mile.
8 Mile.
8 Miles incorrect. Jared, chance to steal.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Yep, correct. John Boyega.
Wow.
That's a big
John
film.
Boyega. 8 Mile.
Correct. Yep. Next one is Carrie Fisher.
The Green Mile.
Correct. Yep. Mark Hamill.
What's eating
8
Gilbert
Mile.
Grape?
Yep, correct. Adam Driver.
Star Wars.
Logan
Star
Lucky.
Wars. Yep. Star
Last
Wars is
Jedi.
correct. All right, Hugh Jackman for all the beans. Who's gonna guess it?
DreamWorks
Citizen
flushed away.
Kane.
It's Flushed Away is correct. Good job.
Ah, could have sworn.
Well,
That was a fun game, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't that the
Yeah,
best game?
it was
we've done
yeah,
so
that
far?
was super fun and
And
educational.
this episode is brought to you by Sick Prince. That's SIC Prince. Here's the theme song, then we'll get into the actual episode.
Woo!
Okay, well, welcome back to Man Cave Movie Night. This week we're talking about actors.
All right.
I guess I'm
good
incapable of speaking
start.
this evening as well. It's not even that late. I mean, it's
It's
kind of
okay.
late. It's pretty
This
late.
isn't an audio exclusive format anymore.
No longer, thankfully. We
Yeah,
can
now that
see
you
ourselves.
you fumbled the words, but you just looked so darn cute while you
You
did
did.
it that nobody
Oh
will
my
care.
gosh, you guys are too flattering to me. This is gonna be really
Thank
funny
you.
if we can't figure out a good way to like get this video out to people, and they're just all these jokes are just like, okay, cool. I'm so glad I don't.
Did you
actually
remember
get
to hit
look at you."
record or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
whoa. Oh no.
Yeah, we're talking about actors. You know, we just talked about some awesome actors. We just listed off a crazy amount. We got some awesome questions put together by me about their first appearances, their first credit.
Surprisingly, What's Eating Gilbert Grape is a
Has-
rewatch
yeah.
must.
That's
yeah,
a
it's like
rewatch.
Because
it's
I've
like the
missed a lot
taxi
of
of feature
people in
film.
that.
Yeah, it's crazy how many actors debuted in that movie. But let's just get into some questions. You know, we've been kind of talking about some actors. Let's get some questions going about why we like actors. And actors is a gender neutral term as well. Actresses are included in that.
That is true.
Good.
So who wants
Okay,
to
so
ask a question? Who wants to do a question? I've been talking for too long. Someone
you
else
have
needs to talk
been,
now.
and I think the audience also agrees.
I think, yeah, they don't
Um,
like to see me, my
I'll-
mouth moving.
I'll swing first if that's okay.
Let's hear it.
So something that our avid listeners will know, and also just people that I talk to frequently enough will know, I very commonly say the phrase insert actor here should be in every movie, because I'll
Hmm.
see someone that I just love and I'm like, they're not in a lot of stuff and they're great in everything that they're in. This person should be in every movie that's ever made.
Yeah.
And so I want to know from you guys, who are some underrated actors that should be in every movie ever made?
Yeah, I'll go first on this one because we had a lot of questions that we threw out, and this was the only one that like immediately I had someone come to mind.
Mm.
Not only are they great in like every role they're in, and they're usually a small role, so I think that fits with
Mhm.
this. But even in animation, they're a great voice actor, and they show up a ton. So they're already in a lot, and I'd still like to see him in more. And that's J.K. Simmons.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
That's
Not
a good
all-
pick.
That's a very good answer.
He's I don't know if he has won an Academy Award, but he's
He has,
definitely
yep,
been
for
nominated.
Whiplash.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
For Whiplash.
yeah.
so. This
Mhm.
is an Academy Award winning actor who's
Who
been
still I
in
feel like
things
fits
from
into the
Whiplash
underrated.
to
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda 3. You know, he's been in everything.
Yes.
And he's just
And he's going to be
fantastic.
playing Santa in the upcoming franchise film Red One, produced by The Rock and starring The Rock. So isn't that
Okay.
So
awesome?
maybe not every film.
Well, there are films that shouldn't be made, but
There are
J.K.
films that shouldn't be
Yeah,
made,
exactly.
but
makes the
these
film
actors
better.
should still be a part of them.
Well,
Right.
and he's also played Santa in one of the podcast's favorite Christmas movies, Klaus.
Yeah.
And
Did
so
he? Oh, yeah, you're right.
you know, he's just a wonderful actor. He enhances every scene he's in. He can play very hilarious comedic roles, and he can play very dramatic, intense
Yeah.
Academy Award winning roles. And
That's
so
true.
I think as far as actors go, there's no one else I would pick besides him.
He can also play really good farmers insurance roles.
He can also do he also does commercials.
He does do that.
Yeah.
doesn't he? Yeah. Hey, you gotta
He's
you gotta
in
pay those
every
bills
realm.
somehow.
Yeah, one for them, one for him.
Yep.
He wants to
exactly.
be in the commercials.
He does for every
Yeah.
Whiplash, he does a commercial.
He does a
and for every
Just
Red
to get
One,
his
he does a commercial.
self-satisfaction,
Yeah,
he does
exactly.
a commercial so that he can feel good.
Yeah. But yeah, to clarify, the commercials are the ones for him.
Yeah.
The everything
Yeah.
on the
Whiplash,
movies, he's
he
not really
could
that
have phoned
into.
it in.
Yeah,
you,
he's just,
you can tell.
he's
But
just
hey,
not
he
super-
still does good, and that's why he's
Yeah,
the
it's,
answer.
it's good enough.
All right,
Lucas, go.
my turn. So this is someone who is also a multi-hyphenate, like J.K. Simmons is, and he has had plenty of leading roles, but he kind of like people I feel like don't think about him all that much. And his name is Andy Samberg. You know, I feel
Oh,
like
good.
Andy
Yeah.
Samberg is very loved. He was obviously the star of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's not in that many movies,
Mhm.
but when he is, either as a lead or a smaller role, he just stands out like crazy. And
Yeah.
so he is someone that I love. He has some great dramatic range too, but he's typically very funny. And I like people who are funny. You know what I mean? Funny
Sure.
good. And
Funny
so
is
because
good.
funny good, Andy Samberg good, and we just need more of him. He's
Yeah.
so good, and I would love to see him in everything.
Yeah.
That's actually a great point because truly, I can only think of a handful of things he's actually in,
Mhm.
but everything I've seen him in,
Yep.
he's very fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's your
And he
favorite
even-
part of the thing that he's in.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, hey, Andy Samberg's in this,
Yeah.
and then he's there and gone.
Hmm.
He has a cameo in Arrested Development. I don't know, not a cameo, but he has a very small role. He's like a stagehand in one of the episodes, and it's like for 5 seconds. He has
I
like
didn't
one
know
line, and
that.
he talks to Jason Bateman, and then that's it.
In like the first 3 seasons?
It's in season 1. I think it's the last it's like the last scene of season
I
1 or
had
2.
I had
He
no
talks to
idea.
Jason
Whoa.
Bateman, and then that's it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay.
He
Have
was,
you seen Storks,
I have seen
the
Storks.
animated film?
No.
He's
He
the voice
does
of the
do the
main
voice.
stork, and he's excellent.
He does a very good
I
story.
remember watching that and being kind of shocked at how like natural and almost live action the voice acting in that movie felt, just because it felt so like conversational in the way they like interrupt each other. Just felt not like what you usually see in animated movies like that. It was really awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
We'll have to. I don't know. Well, I was gonna say
Yeah,
I'll
we'll have to
rewatch
go
that, but I don't know if I'm
watch
gonna
Storks again.
revisit.
It's
Storks,
great.
but
It's
I
really
do like
funny.
Andy Samberg a lot. He was gonna be in Weird, the Weird Al movie, but
Mhm.
his wife just had a kid, so he wasn't able to be in it. But the other 2 members of Lonely Island are in it, so that's kind of cool.
That
Because he's
is
a
kinda
family
cool.
man too. You know, he knows how to balance that work life. You know, he's a good egg. Everyone loves Andy Samberg, but
He is a good egg.
we want him in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I agree. Well,
Jinx.
that was crazy.
Wowee.
I didn't. That's wild. My answer, I have an answer that I know I've already talked about on this podcast a bunch, which is Sam Rockwell, but I'm not going to have that be
I was
the
gonna say,
answer for tonight.
Oh,
My answer for
the person I
tonight,
assumed you made this
Yeah.
question for.
my answer tonight is something that's hit me a lot more recently, and so it's fresh on my mind right now. So I just want to get this before I forget and it disappears back into obscurity. That is Ian McShane.
Oh, interesting.
I was with Lucas, and we watched John
John
Wick
Wick.
2, chapter
Oh.
2, excuse
Does
me.
he play John Wick?
Yeah,
plays John Wick. Yeah.
He's John Wick, baby.
It's a weird
And-
recast for the
No,
second.
no.
for
So,
the sequel.
Jared, this is the guy that is Frank in Hot Rod,
oh
the
yeah.
father-in-law.
He plays
yeah, yeah.
Blackbeard in Pirates of the
plays
Caribbean
Blackbeard.
4.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
best Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
The
My
only good
favorite.
one, arguably.
More
mermaids, the better.
But
He has a 1-episode cameo in Game of Thrones as well.
well, that's what I was gonna say. So
Oh.
we watched John Wick, and I remember every scene he was in, I was just like, he has such a cool look, and he has such a cool voice, and he's got the kind of like Ian McKellen thing a little bit, where he's
Mm.
just got like that wrinkly, super expressive face where you feel like he can control every wrinkle in his face.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
just like, okay, this guy knows exactly how to act. And so I was thinking, wow, I want to see him in more stuff. And then literally the next day, I watched the Game of Thrones episode with him.
Oh,
in it,
nice.
And I was like, whoa, he's in this too.
Yeah,
And I was so
remind me who
pleasantly
he is in
surprised.
Game of Thrones.
He's
He's
only in
the
1 episode.
guy, spoiler warning, he's the guy in
La,
that
la, 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 la.
like little camp group that's out in the woods.
He's the guy
that
who revives the
Hound
hound.
finds. Yeah, he helps the
Oh,
hound get back
gotcha.
on his feet.
I
Mhm.
see. I
And then he
see.
gets hung at the end of the episode. And the hound
Hanged.
gets very angry by that. Yeah, hanged. you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I was
actually
only
pretty
in it for 1
significant.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a big part.
But it's cool. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
Good
very
episode.
important role. He's just in the one episode.
Yeah.
And I like, it felt like a sign to me that, you know, I was just thinking about how great of an actor this dude was, and then he showed up in a thing I had no clue he was in, and he was so good in it. I'm just like, yeah, let's be putting Ian McShane into every movie that comes out from now on.
Why not?
So there's my answer.
What a good answer. To
Thanks.
such a good question, even.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love it.
I love you. Or
Thanks. Me?
Oh,
never mind.
oh,
I shouldn't. Did I really just?
hi.
Did I really
Did I
just say that? Anime girl. Okay, different question.
Let's move
Love.
on from that cursed image from Niles 11 p.m. last night.
Okay, I will go next with my question, and I kind of gave you two, but let's go positive.
Let's
Right.
go positive.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go
I agree.
positive. I think
like
we
it.
always should lean that way. But who is just the best cast actor in a role? Right. At this point, they are inseparable. You truly can't think of any other actor playing that role. Like it was just so perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like I just went, so
Oh,
I don't
so should
want to
I
go
go?
right now. But I also don't want
You did
Lucas
just
to
go.
take
I
my
can-
answer.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
think you will take my answer.
all right.
Okay.
It's
I'd
possible.
love to hear it.
My answer is Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
That
Good
was
answer.
on my list.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he is so good in that role to the point where they keep bringing him back and killing him and stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
That's
he's
true.
such a good Professor X. And James McAvoy is great too. I love James McAvoy as well.
Yeah,
They
but
did a
it's-
really
it's
good job,
different.
but it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
James McAvoy does a great job of portraying him as a younger version of that character, but Professor X, just in the comics, he's just this very stoic, but still kind of like loving, like humble, leader of the X-Men and like principal, I guess, of the school. And it's awesome. He just does such a good job of it. And that's really the role that kind of made him more of a film actor, because he'd been mostly in TV and stage before that. And Professor X was kind of what launched his film career more as well. And so the fact that he has been in stuff so many times, and maybe he'll show up in like Deadpool 3 or in Secret Wars or some of that other stuff, who's to say? But he's been killed in X-Men 3, he was killed in Logan, and he was killed in Multiverse of Madness.
And
so it's like different versions of the character.
Was he killed in Days of Futures Past as well?
Yeah, technically
I feel
he
like he was.
but then they like reset the timeline.
So that's four.
Yeah,
man.
4 times, really. Yeah.
He
You're
out
right.
here dying.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's so good that they're like, we can't not have him.
Yeah, write him back in.
That being said, I wouldn't be opposed to, someone else being recast as Professor X in the MCU. However, I do think he's such a good role that you don't need to. Maybe you could just bring him back if he's down to be Professor X for another 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the interesting thing about that is that you're talking about a character that can't be recast, but you're also talking about a character that has been like recast, but just with like a younger version.
Mhm.
And that younger version has such a different interpretation, but also it, like James McAvoy does a great job of feeling like he's leading up to the Patrick Stewart Professor X, and so it's like it's one of those things where now, even if they do recast it, anyone that is Professor X will be doing not even a Professor X portrayal, but just an impersonation of Patrick Stewart.
Really.
But I think that's a really good answer. Honestly, you could basically just go through the list of the X-Men cast
Seriously.
and kind of
Like the
just,
OG X-Men.
yeah.
Seriously. Like what's his bucket? James Marsden, Cyclops, great. Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman, of course.
Jackman, they keep
So-
bringing him back. Like
I had a couple of people. I was
Halle
gonna say Hugh
Berry.
Jackman, but now that you've touched the X-Men, I'll go to a
Yeah.
backup plan. But yeah, Hugh Jackman, so unrecastable that he's
Coming back again,
coming
10
back
years,
from
8
like
years
pure
later-ish.
retirement.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's absurd. But
Hey, money good, like we were talking about.
yeah, I am going to talk about someone who is in X-Men, but I'm going to do another one of his roles. Ian
Interesting.
McKellen as Gandalf.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
very good.
The concept, even in my mind, the concept of any possibility of Gandalf being present in the Rings of Power and being played by any other actor makes me feel sick to my stomach, because if it's not Ian McKellen, then it's not Gandalf. You know?
Then I don't want that.
He's just so perfect for it. And
Uh,
and then like when you put Gandalf and Magneto side by side, almost unrecognizable that they're the same person, just because of how powerful of an actor Ian McKellen is.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, it's just he is Gandalf 100%. And like, yeah, I am sickened at the thought that it is even possible to have another Gandalf at any point in the future of the world's time.
So have
being.
you watched Rings of Power? Have either of you watched it?
I've watched Rings of Power, but Jared hasn't.
Got bored halfway through the first episode and I just stopped.
You just haven't revisited it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
sorry.
it.
I did enjoy it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they do with it in the future. Interesting aside with Lord of the Rings stuff is this week that they announced that Warner Brothers would be making more Lord of the Rings movies, but that they're
Yep.
not remakes. So
Yeah.
who knows what that means, if they're going to be anthology or what.
I saw a funny meme about that was basically like, it's interesting that Warner Bros is making more movies built around the concept of someone having something precious that's better left alone.
That's great.
I mean, dude, even just the Hobbit movies like were too much, and so the
Yeah.
fact that they're going back again is like, ugh.
Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
good job,
Yeah, I
Jared.
will.
Your answer.
Good job,
Okay.
myself.
Well, here's what's hard.
Good job, Niall.
Good job,
here's-
Niall.
Here's what's hard. I was gonna say Viggo Mortensen.
Nice. See, he was on my list. I was
Ah.
considering him.
Of course, as Aragorn
Uh-huh.
from Lord of the Rings as well. But I have two backup, and I think one is incredibly controversial, and the other one is so left field
Ooh.
that
I want to hear them both.
Let's hear him. Yeah.
Okay. Controversial one first. I think Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker,
100%.
while he's not the strongest actor, actually, shut up. No, I'm going
He's the
Ewan
strongest
McGregor as
Oh,
Obi-Wan
okay.
Oh,
Kenobi.
See,
that makes way more
that
sense.
makes
Yeah,
way
but
more
either
sense.
one is great. See, I was
But
going to
my
agree with
mind
Niall
went-
and you. Hayden Christensen is
My mind
awesome.
Went to Hayden Christensen, but both
Yeah,
hey,
both are
both of
perfect.
those are awesome. I
Yeah.
guess Ewan McGregor is probably a
yeah,
better actor. So maybe
given
I
by
feel
how
better
much
about
he's
that.
worked since those movies.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then my very, very left field pick is Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I know
Huh.
maybe we're getting animated versions, but I truly think of any other actor live action playing that character in just the physical comedy, the face that he's able to do.
Through the makeup.
I just don't think there'd be anyone who would match him.
Seriously. I thought you were going to say Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly.
Mm.
Well, I guess he would be good, but he actually wasn't originally going to play Marty McFly.
I know, but that's
Which is
kind of
kinda interesting.
why it's
Who
so
was it gonna
impressive that
be?
Kiefer Sutherland, I think.
Yeah,
It was
It's
maybe
someone
not
like
him,
that.
but it was
Yeah,
someone.
it was someone-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that that he was like the backup, but I can't remember who it was.
So
but yeah, that's
still,
I
the
mean,
Michael
it's a
J.
great.
Fox movie documentary about him talks about this, where basically they had filmed like half of Back to the Future 1, and they recast and reshot like all that stuff because
didn't
they
know
wanted Michael
that.
J. Fox so badly.
There are actually shots still in the movie that aren't him.
Yeah, yep, like from
Like
behind.
just a couple where he jumps and rolls out of the car, out of the way and stuff.
I had no idea.
So that is fun. I mean, there's so many great answers, I think, for this question
Mhm.
because of how many amazing, iconic characters
Roles
we've,
exist.
we've
Yeah.
been given. I think most any superhero that I mean, maybe not Batman, but
Yeah. Batman,
but
whoever, roll the dice,
Just,
freaking throw,
whatever
toss a
actor
dart at the
can
board.
brood a little bit and is attractive enough to be wealthy,
I wish I could be attractive enough to be
Yeah,
wealthy.
none of us.
No.
Unfortunately,
That's our barrier to
we're not there
entry
yet.
into
Maybe
the
we'll get there
wealth.
one day, guys.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So those are my answers. I know I gave a couple, but
no, that's great.
Ewan
Nice.
McGregor is my final pick.
Cool.
How's
There you
that
go.
sound?
Yeah, that's a
All
great
right.
pick.
My question is
Lame.
lame. It's
Bad.
very
Not very
lame.
good.
So I
It's not a
apologize in
good
advance for asking such a
question,
lame
truly.
Maybe
No.
I should.
bad.
Maybe
I've heard better questions.
Maybe, we should
Maybe it's
end.
just how you asked it.
Yeah,
was bad.
that's true.
Yeah,
I'll try and ask
let's
it way
hear
better.
you. Yeah, let's hear you ask.
Give
it
us your
well.
pitch.
Okay. So my question is, who is an actor who deserves a comeback similar to Brendan Fraser and Ke Kwan, who this year have been having huge comebacks and all this praise? They've been nominated for the Oscar this year, which hasn't happened yet. They might even win the Oscar, but they've won other awards like BAFTAs and whatever. And who's an actor or actress who you think deserves a similar comeback, who's just been forgotten for no reason?
All right. Well,
It's
first of
kind of
all,
a tough question. So
that was good delivery, and
Thank you.
I like the question
you.
more.
I
upon
think we can
hearing it
run
this
with
time.
this question.
okay,
We can
thank
run
you.
with it.
Thank you. Thank you for
Um,
forgiving me, allowing me. a second
okay.
chance.
Hear me out.
Okay, I'm
Right.
hearing.
That's a great way to start.
Come on, Kevin
Um,
Spacey, guys. Come on. I mean, like that guy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like Army Hammer. No,
Not really. We
definitely
don't
not.
condone anything Kevin Spacey's done. He's a very bad man. Very bad man.
Very bad
We
man.
don't want him back. We don't
Good
want you,
actor.
Kevin Spacey.
Good performances in the past,
True.
but
However,
bad.
That
bad
we-
person.
He's
we
a
don't
bad
like.
boy.
He's a very bad man. He's a bad guy.
Yeah, that's a
He's a
bad guy.
Bad
Okay.
guy.
Let's move on.
Okay.
My answer is Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, very
Um,
interesting.
Interesting.
Here's why. He is in every episode of the Jim Gaffigan show, which
I
I don't
didn't know
know if
that
anybody
was-
watched.
Isn't he as
No.
Macaulay
as
Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
Oh,
He just kind of
interesting.
keeps showing up in Jim Gaffigan's life as Macaulay Culkin, and it's a really funny running bit. And also, like, he looks good. Like, he doesn't look the way that he looks in that one picture that everybody's seen of him, where he
Yeah.
looks smaller than the skeleton that's inside of his skin somehow. But he, his brother, first of all, Kieran Culkin, is kind of starting to pop off. He's been
Yeah.
in things here and there.
Succession.
But with
very popular.
Succession particularly, he's really starting to pop off. And I want that to open the door to Macaulay Culkin's return to entertainment. I don't know like necessarily what kind of roles he would be good for. I like maybe a Dallas Buyers Club type thing. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm sure that he's got chops. Partly because I feel like it's in his DNA. With Kieran Culkin and the fact that it was his thing in the past. And second of all, I just feel like that would be a redemption that everybody would get behind so quickly. And
Yeah.
people would just be like, yeah, we're on team Macaulay, you know,
Uh-huh.
like what happened with Brendan Fraser, how it's just this overwhelming support for him.
Mhm.
I'm hopeful that that's what would happen with Macaulay Culkin. And I like it when society is, like bound together by something really positive. Like,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like Brendan
And
Fraser.
yeah, like the Brendan Fraser
Well,
thing. So that's my
yeah.
pick.
That's a great pick. And I feel like it's an actor who truly doesn't have any work.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
who could make a full comeback. Like the actors I'm thinking of have been in a movie in the past several
Like
years.
a few,
Sure.
a little
Yeah.
thing here or
That's
there.
fine. That counts.
See, Macaulay Culkin was in an episode of the Eric Andre show, season 5,
yeah.
and it was one of the best bits that I think he's ever done.
Yeah.
He's interviewing this guy, and I feel like the only reason he has this guy even in the episode at all is to do this joke, where basically he has this whole interview, and then like he just asks him, so some people say that you look like Macaulay Culkin. Like who do you think's more attractive, like you or Macaulay? He's like, oh, I'm definitely more attractive than Macaulay Culkin. And then from the left, the curtains open, and Macaulay Culkin is standing there in a skin tight black leather outfit with a chainsaw that he turns on and just runs at
It's
this guy.
so funny.
It's so funny, just out of nowhere. It caught me so off guard. It was hilarious. That's the only thing I've seen him in though since like Home Alone.
Yeah.
It was
I don't know
really
if that
funny. It was
really
a really good
counts.
show.
So,
Sure, yeah.
yeah. I want him in the Whale like
The Whale
dramatic
type movie.
lead.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think it could work.
Yeah.
Man,
Totally,
that's a
yeah.
great
Yeah.
answer.
That really is. I think that's the best answer.
My
Yes.
answer is he hasn't worked in a while. Charlie Chaplin. You guys heard of this guy?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Where's
What's up
Charlie
with that?
been?
He just
He's a
kind of
big dude for like a
disappeared
while, and then he just like there was
And
kind of
then-
like a hard stop on him being in things.
Yeah, I wonder what
Yeah.
it was that did that.
Strange.
No, okay. So I just
Maybe it was the controversy around the mustache.
Ah, yes.
That could be it.
I feel like I don't like my answer.
Well, let's just hear it.
I want
Let's
to
just
know
hear
your
it.
answer,
Okay.
and then I'll just belittle you after we're done recording.
Yeah, I just watched the Kingsman movies again.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I just truly feel like besides Mamma Mia, I haven't seen Colin Firth in a lot of stuff. And he is so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of late.
Of late?
yeah.
The last movie, like I can truly think of like going to a movie and watching him in was Kingsman 2, which was not good.
Was he
I
good in
just-
it though?
He was good in
Oh,
it,
yeah.
but he shouldn't have been in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
totally agree.
I mean, yeah, he's great.
Especially to the limited capacity that he's in it.
Yeah.
Like he's back, and then he's not even really that huge of a part of it. So it's like,
Well,
wow.
he's back in it, and it's like his character just shouldn't have been there, and it slows the whole plot
Yeah.
down so they can kind of like babysit him. And it's
Yeah.
just like, man, why? So
Yeah.
spoilers for Kingsman.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of
Two, I
marketed
guess.
around him coming
That's-
back though.
Yeah,
well, they
it was
did
all a
actually.
thing.
He was in the thing, yeah. And honestly, the trailer's great.
The
That was
trailers
my
and the
letterbox
posters.
review, and I stand by that. The trailer for the second movie is phenomenal.
It's
Just watch
it's
that
got
and
My
then
Way
watch.
by Frank Sinatra, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
remember
does.
that trailer actually. It was
It's
very good.
really cool.
Mhm.
But
yeah,
then the
I'm-
movie, yeah.
I'm with you that it maybe wouldn't have like the same like cultural impact that like, you know, Brendan Fraser and whatnot have.
Yeah.
But just in terms of like viewer enjoyment, yeah, I want to see Colin Firth and more stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure there are
him
better
and stuff.
actors who, I mean, like not better actors, but like, yeah, better answers for this
yeah,
question.
no,
and,
that's
and
I-
for that
No, it's
reason,
good.
I'm out.
So interesting. So Colin Firth, this is just a little bit of a, you know, a peep into the life of an actor or an actress, because they are never, the thing about being an
Happy.
actor or a filmmaker in any way is that like while you are making a movie, you're employed, and when the movie ends, you're unemployed again, and you have to be constantly applying, auditioning, whatever, pitching, whatever it takes. And so for someone like Colin Firth, he has been nominated for 2 Oscars and he's won 1, but he's still not in that much stuff. And Nick Cage, who kind of who's having a bit of a comeback, won an Oscar,
Yeah.
but had a bit of a lull there for like 15-ish years where he was in nothing good. He was just in
Sorcerer's
only crap
Apprentice.
stuff.
and
And he was in
Ghost
Pig
Rider.
and some other, yeah, exactly. He was in Pig and some other
but
stuff.
what, like
and,
bad stuff. Was he in?
basically, I mean, there's literally too many to name
Yeah,
because he
tons.
just says yes to
Oh,
everything,
okay.
everything,
He
pretty
did
much.
kind of
But
the
not
Bruce
those ones.
Willis thing where he was
Yeah.
just in every movie for a bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Bruce Willis, who's now retired from acting, unfortunately, because he has
Yeah.
dementia and aphasia. So
Yeah, it's
bummer
very
for that.
sad.
We will not be seeing Bruce Willis come back.
Mhm.
But that's not what we don't want to talk about. People with diseases.
No, we're
That's
we're
not
leaving it on the positive.
fun.
We're leaving it on the positive.
Yeah. So we're going to the positive. And my answer is maybe a bit controversial, because maybe these actors and their performances weren't so popular in the films that they were part of. And that is kind of a double-parted question, is Daisy Ridley and John Boyega.
I
Because
dig.
Those are
this
good.
similar
Yeah.
to you know, the original trilogy, or not, sorry, the well, yeah, a bit of the original trilogy
All
and
of
the
them.
prequel
Just
trilogy.
Star Wars.
There's always a couple actors who are cast very well, who do good with the material they're given. However, after the fact, they're
Yeah.
just forgotten.
It just
because people kind of
obliterates their
berate them.
career.
Yep. Star Wars kind of is a curse for some people. When
Yeah.
initially it's like, oh, cool. I'm cast in Star Wars is the best thing ever. Like Hayden Christensen, I'm sure how it was for him. But then, you know, Hayden Christensen hasn't really been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Since-
Original trilogy, basically only Harrison Ford made it
Oh,
out of that.
not even
unscathed.
basically, just Harrison Ford.
Like, is
Carrie
there
Fisher,
anyone
Mark
else in
Hamill.
that
Like
that's-
Mark Hamill did voice acting. He transitioned to
Yeah.
that more. And
Yeah, I
Carrie
think-
Fisher just wasn't in anything.
Yeah,
Well,
Carrie
she was
Fisher
in
was in
When Harry
Family
Met
Guy.
Sally.
Yeah. Like
That's
little roles here and there, but she was
Yeah.
never the leading
No.
actress. But John Boyega and Daisy Ridley, I think, are both great actors. And so it would be cool to see them be able to actually show off their chops in something that's better suited to how they're written. Not even necessarily a Star Wars thing, because I don't want them to come back to Star Wars just because I don't want more of that era of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But you know, something well written for them, and I think people would be supportive of it. Like people were supportive of Hayden Christensen coming back to episode 3. They're forgiving more of the actors than they are the like people behind them, and so for that reason, I'm in, not out.
Oh,
Very cool.
Let's make a deal, Sharks.
Just
in,
quick
I guess I'm a
quick
Shark in
note
this
to
scenario.
the listeners. I don't know if you just heard in my microphone, but my roommate is using a blender at 10:58 p.m. So that something's
well.
being blent. So if
Blended, thank
if
you.
you heard
Blend.
just like a kind of white noise during Lucas talking about Star Wars, it was a blender.
Or if you want to hear some particularly crisp white noise as Lucas talks about Star Wars, listen to our episode. Lucas talks about Star Wars. It is rife with white noise just the
It
whole
He
time.
is, yes.
Maybe the worst episode of any podcast in terms of production quality ever.
I don't know
But you
about
know
that.
what? We're not taking it down.
We're
No,
not gonna.
it's part of our lore.
It's part of the lore. It's one of the numbered episodes of the podcast.
That's
and our
crazy.
like least listened to after I think
By
Morbius.
far, yeah,
the
the
good things
Morbius,
about
the fake
Morbius.
Morbius episode that has no audible dialogue.
So
I think they
funny.
have like the same amount of listens, which is insane to me.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh man.
But yeah, those are
Okay.
our questions. Did you guys
Well,
have
we
anything
did
else
it.
you guys want to say about actors?
Oh yeah,
I
we've
think
got
that
a
they're good
fan
at it.
question,
Oh, we have a fan question, of course.
Oh,
guys. Speaking about throwbacks to things that we've had and done, we've
What's
got
up,
a fan
Lucas?
question.
I'm throwing it back.
Oh, we're throwing it back, throwing it back
Okay,
Throwing
yeah.
it back.
to when we
Do I guess
used
It's
to
I'll
do
visual
some
now, so I have to
fan
do.
questions.
We have to do visual.
I think assuming that everyone's gonna watch this is bold. So
Assuming
maybe we don't lean-
anyone's gonna watch
maybe we
this.
don't
is
I
lean
never
bold.
that
watch
heavily on
podcasts. I only listen, even when they're offered visually. I
I
only listen.
actually watch most of the ones that I listen to. Actually, I watch all of the ones that I listen to except for this one.
because
So
it's
that's
not
kind of
offered in a
interesting.
visual
You guys
medium.
listen to this?
Exactly. I listen to
I listen to this.
the opening bits.
Can I be honest with you? I do listen to this, and sometimes I laugh at things I say. And I'm
Hey,
just
man,
like,
no.
that guy got a point. That's
He's a funny guy.
Well,
That
here's
one.
the
or
thing.
that, or like one of you guys will say something, and I will say audibly, or like think in my mind, like, yeah, I mean, but he didn't think about this, and then like I will say that
And then you'll
exact
come in.
thing, and I'm
That's
like,
so funny.
boom, deliver
That's
it,
so
bro.
funny. Well, that's like I
That's
feel like though
crazy.
that's a healthy confidence. Like if you're not laughing at the stuff that you say in the podcast, then you maybe shouldn't have a podcast, you
Mhm.
know?
That's, I guess, fair.
Yeah, if
So
you
I'm
can't listen
supportive
back
of
to
it.
your own podcast and be entertained by it, then who
Then
are
stop
you
it.
thinking you're going to be
You're-
entertaining, buddy?
Then you're definitely not listening to one of the top 5 podcasts.
Yeah,
in
top
the-
5%,
of all
You know
time.
that's
not
right.
top
Oh,
5.
top 5%. Yeah.
It's like
it's
always
Joe
sunny,
Rogan.
Joe Rogan,
Make
Us.
Big Game
Movie Night.
Movie Night.
And then everyone else doesn't matter.
That, you
Yeah,
know,
and
We're
then, like,
we're in the
True
top
crime
5,
one
that's
that
what
everyone listens to.
Yeah.
yeah,
What's it called? Staples.
Crime,
I can't
crime
remember what it's
good.
called.
yeah, you got it. Staples.
Crime good listen to, but crime bad
sealed,
don't do.
unsealed, alien.
Yeah. So speaking of
So fan
podcasts,
questions, throwing it back.
we've got
to
someone
Jared.
who listens to our podcast.
Ooh.
Not only
Nuh-uh.
that, he gave me a question that he wanted me to ask us.
Unreal.
This is from Sam Stewart. He asks, you guys know how there's a lot of directors who work with a core cast of actors, you know, like 5 or so that just get recycled in all of their movies, right?
No.
To name a few directors, we've got
Wes
Wes
Anderson.
Anderson.
We
Very
got
good.
Christopher Nolan.
I am Christopher Nolan.
We
We've got
Martin Scorsese.
yes.
We're not going
Stop
to name
it,
the
stop it.
actors that they go along
I want to
with.
get one. I want to get one.
No, you guys can look
Jordan Peele.
We got there's another director that has a
Quentin
kind of a
Tarantino.
crew, and that director
Edgar
you
Wright.
stop saying them. Stop it.
it up.
you're taking my options away.
Dead air.
Dead
I know it's
air,
Dead
dead
Air. I
air.
feel like
James
maybe
Gunn.
Judd Apatow. I don't know.
Judd Apatow.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, that's
There you go.
a good answer.
Seth
Okay,
Rogen.
thanks.
Good.
Adam McKay.
Adam
Ah,
McKay. Will
That's
Ferrell.
good. Yeah. Anyway, so those are just to name a few directors. But guess what? We're putting our director's cap on, and we're
Ooh.
choosing what actors we would want to be in our core cast.
So we're gonna squad up. We
So
get to
here-
choose our squad.
That's what I'm thinking. I
Yeah,
think this could
squads.
be a collaborative. Well, we could either
Well,
each
individual.
do our own.
Because
Okay.
we're each our own director in this.
Well, you
scenario.
said we were a squad, and so
no.
I kind
We're
of, I
squatting
almost,
up. We're choosing
Oh,
our squad.
we're squatting
I
up.
think
we're
I
each
kind of
choosing our
like
squad.
collective director brain though, because then we get like a cast that's made up of all of our different guys.
Let's say we each get to choose two.
Yeah, I love that.
I dig.
Cool.
And I'll try not to pick Sam Rockwell and Ian McShane.
Yeah, choose people we didn't already mention.
Okay.
I'll
We'll
go first.
Assume that all of the ones that came up in my question are also part of these squads. We're going to bring up other ones
Yeah,
for the
new
sake of
actors.
variety.
Yep.
New actors.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
J.K. Simmons.
So I'm gonna
Of
just name
course.
one because I know neither of you are gonna think of it. But this guy I love
Rude.
and everything he's in. His name is Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Yeah, that was fair.
I don't think anyone has was planning on choosing him, but he is an excellent actor. He plays Black Manta in Aquaman, which is probably his worst role. But he
Sure.
Mm.
I'd buy it.
you can look up
Yeah.
a picture of him. He's gonna play Wonder Man in the MCU. He plays
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
Candyman in the movie Candyman, and he's great in that, as well as anything else.
I'm
I've
glad.
seen. So that's who I'm squadding up with. Yaya. All right, let's go, bro.
All
Me
right.
and Yaya. Go
Yeah,
dig.
yeah.
and all of us. We're all
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II is his name. So I think I mispronounced it the first time, but not that second time that I just
Yeah.
said it.
All right.
Well, I'll throw mine in. No surprises here. We're picking Ryan Gosling.
Let's go. It's the goose.
Nice. Good
Probably by far one of my favorite actors. And he's in a lot of good movies. He's in some stinkers, but who's not in some stinkers?
That's true.
Yeah.
When he's in a stinker, I still like him in it, unless that stinker's drive. But hey, if we're doing serious, like a drama, he's got it. If we're doing
He's
a
got it.
comedy, he's got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No
You
matter
need a
what.
versatile actor, especially if all three of us are the director.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be an ace in the hole for
There's
all of
not
us.
many director trios.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. There's all these duos and there's not a single trio. Let's do this. I feel
Let's
like
do it.
I feel like we would not have any fun directing a thing all together.
I don't know. I think we could do. I mean, I,
I
think
just
we
feel
could all
like we would
contribute
not
to it.
share enough of a vision. Okay, but here's my
Okay.
pick. Here's my
Well, we
pick.
will share a cast.
We will
Yes.
share a cast.
Yes,
And that's what
that's-
matters.
That's all that directing is, right? It's just
Yeah.
having a cast.
Mhm.
My pick, I'm gonna get our first actress in here. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree, but
Yeah,
I
we
just
kind
love
of
this
we
lady
kind of
so much.
choose a
dear.
lot of actresses.
Yeah. I am gonna pick Rosamund Pike.
Interesting.
She is in Gone Girl and she is in
Oh, yeah.
Pride and Prejudice, and
Never
she's
seen
in
that.
Jack Reacher and Wrath of the Titans and some other stuff. Pretty much everything
Interesting.
else that she's in is like whatever. She's in The
So-
World's End.
So which of these roles is she
Hmm.
good in?
All of them. She's
Oh, okay.
she's an
Tough.
excellent
The one
actress.
actress we bring up.
She is
She's great.
It's
She's great in Gone Girl.
roasted.
she's an excellent actress. She is like I don't know how to describe this other than she looks intelligent.
But
You know what I
secretly
mean?
isn't.
No. Like she just gives off the air of being like the smartest person in the room type, I don't
Yeah.
know how to describe it. I just love her and I want to see her in way more things than she's in. And I feel like she's got that versatility and
Mm.
I just want her in my movie.
Have you seen that one movie
Love
she
it.
was in for the Netflix from
She
last
was in
year?
a Netflix.
Yeah.
What was it called?
She was the main character. It was called like
I Care a Lot.
I Care a Lot. Yeah.
I'm
Something.
seeing that on her letterbox. I've not watched it and it looks like
It's not good.
It's averaging around 3 stars on Letterboxd. That's a shame.
Which typically means it's a 5-star film.
Yeah. But that's my pick. Next up, Lucas.
All right, next up
Okay,
is
are we going, question for this? Are we going more on like the dramatic route? It seems like we are. If we are, that's gonna influence my next one.
I'm gonna answer your question with my answer, which will also
Okay.
answer the other question,
Jack Black.
which is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who plays Elaine.
Right. But
Right.
she also like I don't know. All right.
You don't
So
wait, you
we're
don't like her?
going funny.
No, she's great.
Yeah, we're going
she's
funny.
great and I love her.
Obviously, we
All right,
have
you know what? I'm
She's
gonna
the best
go
part
again.
of Black
we have
Panther, The
Ryan
Way
Gosling.
of Water.
We have we can do it. We can be a
Purple Elaine.
drama.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Oh
It's
no,
a-
she's dramatic.
She's dramatic. Yeah, I mean,
What is
she's
she?
We're
Is
trying to
Purple
pick
Elaine?
switch hitters.
Yes, okay.
She can do
See,
both.
but okay, but
You can do both.
genuinely, I think she's a great actress, and I would love her to be in every single one of my movies.
I agree.
So, Julia, if you're out there listening, just hit me
Yes.
up, and we'll collaborate. We'll collaborate, and we'll make some cool movies together.
Very
you can
good.
play Elaine in a movie called Steinman.
Great.
That's a good sell.
That's yeah. People are gonna line. That's gonna be a true blockbuster in the true meaning of the word.
The budget is
Um,
$300 million.
For Steinman, starring Julia
Steinman.
Louis-Dreyfus
As
Okay.
Elaine.
All right, I'll go.
Elaine Brendan.
as Elaine.
I understand what this sounds like when I choose this next actress. Yes, she's been in a movie with Ryan Gosling,
Uh,
but that's not what I'm going for because I actually don't love that movie. Okay. And that's Rachel McAdams.
very good pick.
I think she is a
Oh.
phenomenal actress
love
in
her.
just about everything she's in. You know, and yes, again, Ryan Gosling was my other pick. And that is
Wait, what's the
it's
movie they're in
also
together? Oh, The Notebook.
The Notebook.
which
Of
is the
course.
only movie I've seen.
Right.
Um,
So when we're saying all these other actors, you're like, who?
You're like, are
oh,
are
I
they-
just
is
looked.
that in The
I
Notebook,
googled
or-
actress, and I've
he's
been
just been
playing
scrolling
along.
through the IMDb page of the Notebook to check to see if he recognizes anyone that we're saying.
And then when the answer is no, he's like,
Hmm.
He's just
I just
pretending
kind of
like
checked out. Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
Cool, yeah,
yeah.
nice.
Wait,
Sweet.
did you guys know about the
That
have you
rain
heard
kiss
that one?
was really
Hear
good.
about
You
that
know,
one
like he
movie
wrote
where,
her. He wrote her letters like every day. You guys hear about that?
yeah, they had sex in the rain. It's like pretty cool how that
Okay, so
happens.
Rachel McAdams though.
Rachel McAdams is my.
Good
pick.
pick, man.
I think
Good
she's
pick.
great. End
I
of
agree.
sentence.
Great.
End of sentence.
End of thought.
Let's go.
End of sentence.
All right, this is
Okay.
our 6th member of the squad now. It better be.
This is the 6th
better
member of
add
the
a lot.
squad. I am actually really proud of this one. That the last one was for me. This one is for all of us,
Yay! I would love to share.
and that is Paul Dano.
Oh, that's a good pick.
love
He's
a good
kind
Paul
of
Dano.
like,
He's kind of
He-
coming back.
yeah, definitely
he-
not like
he's
a
always
heartthrob.
kind of been like a,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, he was
a
in
niche
2 of my
character.
favorite movies last year, The
yeah,
Batman and The Fablemans.
yeah,
Mhm.
and he's excellent in both of them.
Yep.
And he's excellent in Swiss Army Man, and he's great
True.
as the voice
Yeah.
of one of the monsters in Where the Wild Things Are. And he's
He's
just
good
good
in Little
in
Miss
all sorts of
Sunshine.
stuff.
He's
Good
great
Little
in
Miss
that.
Sunshine.
Good one.
And he's one of those actors that I feel like
There will be blood.
heartthrob is the closest word that I can think of, even though he's certainly not a heartthrob, but he's just kind of like, everybody is like, through this last year has come to just adore Paul Dano.
Yeah.
He's a heart
And
tug.
He's a
heart
yeah, he's a
tug.
heart tug. He tugs at your heart.
He
TC
doesn't throb
tuggers
it,
at your
but He
heart.
tugs it.
He kind of paws
And-
at it. He grabs at it.
He's a heart.
Yeah.
He doesn't quite make it throb, but he like gives a little pet.
Okay. So Paul Dano is my pick.
Great. There's a
Great
good 6.
pick.
Sam, I hope you like it.
I hope you liked our squad.
I hope that you
Let's
like
just
it.
recap our squad really quick. Jared, let's just go in a circle. So we
Yeah.
got Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. We got Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
We got
Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike. We got Julie Louis-Dreyfus. We got
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams. And finally, we got
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. What
That's
a
3 and
wow.
3 on male female.
Woo!
Look how
at us.
diverse we are, guys.
And then we also include all of our picks
all of
from
our other
the
picks that
earlier
we talked about.
questions.
Yeah,
every single
so
other
yeah,
actor.
yeah,
So,
so we
our
actually
squad is
have-
looking pretty
We've
strong,
got-
guys.
we've
I think this
yeah.
Steinman movie is going to turn out great.
Our ratio
So-
of men to women just whoop.
And also,
Just
I'll
whoop.
say most of that I feel like is not too high budget. Like Jared's picks are high budget,
Sorry.
and Paul Dano is probably pretty high budget now.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams she's done indie. Ryan Gosling's done indie. Drive is
Well,
an
like
indie.
done indie,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like their quote is like
Is
is
more
like
They've
than
done
80%
indie,
of
but-
the budget of the movie.
yeah,
you know?
They've
definitely.
done indie, but
They've
They've
done indie,
also
but it
done-
only
They aren't indie.
blockbusters.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Wow.
true. He was in The Gray Man. He was the Gray Man.
He was the great
Ryan
man.
Which
Gosling
guy?
was.
Oh.
I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good or not.
That was
I assume
also
not.
Chris Evans' debut film. I don't know if you knew that.
That was the first
That is-
movie. he
that's
was in.
interesting.
That's interesting.
Um,
Okay, cool.
Well,
Well,
guys,
actors. We love a good actor, and we love,
we love
a
a
good
good
actress.
actor.
I love
Speaking
one
of
good
good
actor.
actors, if you
Good-
need
goodbye.
if you're looking for someone to like birthday parties,
Yeah, hit us up, guys.
or
We-
a
yeah, I
wedding,
don't know
we
if
could
you
do
know
a
I
that.
wedding.
act
All-
at birthday parties.
all three of us. All three of us are freelance birthday actors. So if you want to go to our website to try and book us out, it's just freelancebirthdayactors.com. You'll find
And
all
it's
three of
not
us.
it's not improv.
No,
it's acting.
It's
we have
No,
acting.
it's-
monologues and we have
Yeah.
2 and 3 person
Yeah.
scenes.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll show up with one comedic
we
and one
will-
dramatic
we'll-
monologue.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go
And
to
you'll
your
love them both.
6
We
we'll go to your-
guarantee you'll love them or your money back guarantee.
Yeah.
That's our guarantee.
we
Yeah.
will go to your 6-year-old's birthday party and perform a streetcar named Desire or whatever it's called in
We
its
will sing the
entirety.
song Hallelujah and they will
Yeah,
love it.
Waiting for Godot. It'll be a hit. The kids will love it.
Love it.
But there's truth in jest, guys. I mean, if we could be famous actors, we would, and that's the thing that
And
matters.
we would do birthday parties.
And we
we-
would still do birthday parties
absolutely.
because we have to humble ourselves, right?
Yeah, we do.
Once we
low-key
get to
indie.
Ryan Gosling levels of fame, which will happen, we will still do birthday parties just to keep
Yeah.
ourselves humble to remember where we
but-
came from.
But we're
Yeah.
not doing birthday parties like as us being like, hey, I know I'm your favorite actor. What's up? We're going to act.
Yeah, we're going
Right.
to. It's not.
Of
Yeah,
course.
We
Of
will be
course,
doing
yeah.
performances, Shakespeare, one dramatic, one comedic.
Yeah.
That's
And that's
what,
it.
that's
Well,
the end of what I have to
that's
say.
that's the episode, guys.
Until we get famous and big and we can do birthday parties for real, we'll see you on another Man Cave Movie Night Monday.
Bye bye.